The Epstein files, one of your DC Daily headlines for August 22. Well, could we see interest rates lower next month? Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell could give us some clues today. He's speaking at the Federal Reserve's annual meeting and could signal the Fed's long-term goals and the outlook for the U.S. and the world economies. All three major indices on Wall Street are trading down in pre-market trading. The first wave of Epstein files will be sent to Congress today. Will you see them? Lawmakers say they plan to release them eventually. Lawmakers subpoenaed the files from the Justice Department, and the first set of hundreds of documents is only part of all of the documents that were subpoenaed by a congressional committee. The U.S. District Judge temporarily blocking an expansion of the immigration detention center in Florida that some people refer to as Alligator Alcatraz. Environmental groups argued the expansion of the facility violates environmental laws, and Florida officials, though, say they do plan to appeal for that expansion. All 55 million people in the United States with a U.S. visa are now under review. The Trump administration says the review is to look for any violations like an overstay or a crime. Violations could lead to a visa being revoked or a deportation. On Thursday, the State Department paused worker visas for all commercial truck drivers after one truck driver living in the U.S. illegally was accused of causing a crash in Florida that killed 3 people. Well, President Trump threatening what he calls a complete and total federal takeover of D.C.
The early morning message follows his visit with National Guard troops and law enforcement officers last night. Doug Luzader live in D.C. with more on this developing story. Doug?
Good morning. The president says the big crackdown on crime here in Washington is already paying dividends. Arrests are up and crime, he says, is way down.
Hello. It's a healthy, attractive-looking group of people.
It may not have been the ride-along that he first talked about, but President Trump ventured into a gathering of hundreds of National Guard troops, police officers, and federal agents to thank them for what he calls a successful intervention in the nation's capital.
I've never received so many phone calls thanking me for what we've done in Washington, D.C., from people that haven't gone to a restaurant literally in 4 years.
We want ICE out of D.C.
Earlier in the day, there were protests against the intervention, which has included stepped-up immigration enforcement.
We are not criminals, and we don't deserve to be treated like we are criminals.
And D.C.'s mayor said crime was falling already.
I think up before the federal surge, more than 25% down. Last year, more than 35% down on, I think, all categories of violent crime.
And the president responded to those claims early this morning on Truth Social. Mayor Muriel Bowser must immediately stop giving false and highly inaccurate crime figures, he wrote, or bad things will happen, including a complete and total federal takeover of the city. And the president also said D.C. could be just the start.
We're not playing games. We're going to make it safe, and we're going to then go on to other places.
But because of D.C.'s unique status, the president has a lot more flexibility and authority here than he would have in other cities around the country. And back to you guys.
All right. Doug Luzader with the latest there. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Time now.